But let me bring you back, first of all, to understand grace a little bit more. St. Augustine is called the father of grace. And in the 3rd century, he said, grace is a gift directly from God. That's the only way you get grace. It's right from God. Pelagius came along, a theologian, and he kind of went against Augustine. And he said, I think we get grace from God, but I also think that God gives grace to us humans so that we're able to give grace to others. It would be like a doctor who's operating, the grace that that doctor has to do a beautiful job. So that's what Pelagius said. He, of course, was tried as a heretic. They got rid of him because they said that can't be possible. Next, the next person in line was Luther. And he talked about that we should not, for indulgences, we should not be paying for indulgences. That this is a great gift from God, these indulgences. So then eventually he broke with the church because he agreed with St. Augustine that this is a gift, this is straight from God. And then along came Thomas Aquinas, who looked at a tree and said, that's grace. Or you would look at a mountain or the ocean and the sunsets. And you think of God and the grace that you're getting by looking at all of this. That's what Aquinas believed in too. Today's theologians believe that not only do we get grace from God, but that we do get grace from others. God has graced others to bring that into our lives. Okay, my first time with grace was in kindergarten. And I had Sister Eustacia. And Sister Eustacia called my mother in after about a month. And she said, Mary is talking for the whole class. And when you put Mary in the corner, she talks there too. And we can't have this in our little kindergarten. Now, I was so excited to come into kindergarten. We didn't have Montessori. We didn't have preschool. I never met all those little people. Mostly we were locked up in our backyards. And we couldn't go out until we got to kindergarten. So when I got to kindergarten and met all those little people, I was so excited that I couldn't stop hugging them and talking to all of them. But now I was worried, because remember my mother came from Ireland, and whatever the priest said or whatever the nun said, that was it. So I thought, she's bringing her in. So Sister made me stay. She made me sit at the table, I remember it. And my mother came in and sat down, and she told her how much I'm talking. And my mother said, I don't want Mary to disrupt the class, but I really think that it's good that she talks. She said, you had my son John 2 years ago, and you brought me in because he didn't talk enough. And now you have Mary. And so I think it's good that Mary talks. Now, not too much, but that she talks. Do you hear the horizontal grace from my mother to me? I went on to be the first female motivational speaker to have her own Emmy-nominated series on PBS television. Now, my mother had not uplifted me at that time in my life. I don't think I would have gone on to do what I did in life.